motion and request once it is made and or filed, and need not make a ruling at this point in time. Because of course, when that motion is made, we will ask the counsel for respondent to make a comment and or reply.
Thank you, Sir Presiding Judge, Justice, Senator Judge. We yield to the wisdom of your decision.
Thank you, ma'am.
With that, we will reserve the right. We are not waiving the right to do call her at the appropriate time and to do file the appropriate request for subpoena ducis tecum and subpoena testificandum. On that matter, Your Honor, I have no further questions and would like to turn over the floor to our lead public prosecutor.
Thank you, Counsel
Your
for
Honor.
Prosecutors, Attorney Lorna Kapunan, for your remarks, which are duly noted. Yes, the lead prosecutor is recognized.
Your Honor, as manifested yesterday, the articles of impeachment is divided into 4 teams, and I would like to turn over to the head prosecutor of Article 4, that is threat, the Honorable Lawrence Defensor. May I request that he be recognized, Your Honor.
The member of the panel of prosecutors, Congressman the Honorable Lawrence Defensor, is recognized for his introduction of Article 4, I presume.
Thank you so much, Mr. Presiding Officer. May I be allowed to make a manifestation to introduce Article 4?
Before you proceed, Senator Judge Cayetano is recognized.
Before that, excuse me. Willing to listen to the debate here. I'm speaking for myself, but I think for also other senator judges, and of course will give us much leeway. But there are certain issues that we also need time to study. So if we look at our rules of impeachment, suppletory kasi yung rules ng rules of court. And the difference between asking the accused to take the stand and asking someone who's not the accused, but we may say something that is incriminatory. There's a wide difference. So the accused, under the rules of court, hindi mo pwedeng i-force to take the stand. Pero yung hindi accused, they have to take the stand and wait for the question, and then they can claim the right against self-incrimination. But it could be argued that this isn't exactly a criminal court and a criminal offense. It's an impeachment court. So if it pleases the court, or if the prosecution is sure to ask for the subpoena, may I propose, Sir Presiding Officer, that both sides give us a memoranda in advance so that we can also do our part and study rather than spend much more time during the debates, because I'd really like to study that issue also. Thank you, and sorry for the interruption, Congressman.
Noted, Senator Cayetano. However, it is premature at this time. We will do what we did with respect to the motion for the issuance of subpoena ad testificandum and ducis tecum in regard to the bank accounts of the spouses Duterte and Carpio, as well as the MLC records. We require the parties to submit a memoranda, and we will be scheduling it for oral arguments by the parties. If that is the desire of the Honorable Senator Judge Cayetano, we will do the same with respect to this once the motion has been filed formally by the panel of prosecutors. The Honorable Defensor is recognized. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Honorable Senator Judges, noong 22 ng Hunyo 2026, nagulat at nagdalamhati ang buong bansa sa pamamaril sa isang paaralan.
Sorry, excuse me.
Your Honor, may I be allowed to finish my manifestation? I will not disrespect and interrupt the defense counsel.
Yes, but before
once he has started.
this is no disrespect, sir.
Counsel for respondent is recognized.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is improper. The improper for trial. Manifestation, this is not a manifestation proper for court procedure. This is instead them telling a story. This is a narration by the prosecution, which is not allowed. This is not allowed by any rule in any court. So what is proper is that they present their first witness. And
we will be presenting our witness, Your Honor. However, please allow us to freely advocate our position.
That's why, Your Honor,
including
we are
the defense when it's their turn. We will not
Councilor
object to the
Respondent,
same.
kindly let him finish.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank
to
you so
respond
much,
to you.
Your Honor.
To respond to you. Yes, you were saying.
Thank you,
Honorable
Honorable
Sir.
Senator Judges. Noong ikadalawampung
No, no, no.
dalawa
Honorable
ng...
Defensor, kindly finish your reply to the
Thank you, Your Honor.
objection of
I will
counsel
proceed.
for respondent.
Allow us to freely advocate our positions through the proper and respectful discourse. This is not prohibited under the rules. In fact, the court has declared that yesterday, the rules will not comply with the strict procedures of a judicial proceeding. Each article is a separate complaint, and it would be the proper guidance for the senator judges, lalo na po sa ating mga kapwa Pilipino na nanonood, para mas lalo nilang maunawaan ang ipipresenta naming ebidensya. The impeachment is a sui generis. Sui generis dahil kakaiba ito, hindi ito judicial, administrative, o civil o criminal proceeding. Hayaan niyo po kaming magbigyan ng 5 minuto para mailatag namin kung paano namin maipresenta at ang basihan namin sa pagpresenta ng aming ebidensya.
Your Honor, may I respond?
The presiding officer should rule. Although indeed we will interpret the rules liberally, and although indeed this is a sui generis proceeding, neither will we allow any dilatory moves and/or tactics, and I will bind and hold you to your 5 minutes, Honorable Defensor.
Absolutely,
And we
Your
will
Honor.
clock it.
Your Honor,
we
may-
will afford the same opportunity to the counsel for respondents when their turn arrives.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I proceed, Your Honor?
You may proceed.
Honorable Senator Judges, noong ika-22 ng Hunyo 2026, nagulat at nagdalamhati ang buong bansa sa pamamaril sa isang paaralan sa Tacloban City na ikinasawi ng 3 batang mag-aaral at ikinasugat ng marami pang iba. Ang mga salarin, mga minor de edad, sa kabila ng kanilang murang edad, agad na pumilos ang mga otoridad upang ipatubad ang mga umiiral na batas. Ang mensahe ay malinaw. Ang pagpigiging bata ay hindi nangangahulugang walang pananagutan. Ang pananagutan ay umiiral, bagamat iba ang paraan ng pagpapatupad nito sa ilalim ng batas. Kamakailan, isang pasahero ang inaresto sa airport at kinasuhan matapos itong magbiro na may bomba sa kanyang bagahe dahil mahigpit na ipinapatupad ng mga otoridad ang patakarang zero tolerance policy sa anumang pagbabanggit ng bomba o anumang pampasabog. Sa isang hiwalay na pangyayari noong Mayo 2020, isang public school teacher ang inaresto, pinusasan at kinasuhan ng NBI sa Zambales matapos magbiro na magbibigay ng pabuya sa sinumang papatay sa presidente ng Republika. Ano ang prinsipyo dito? Ang pananagutan ay pinapairal sa lahat, bata man o matanda, nasa laylayan man o nasa katungkulan. The prosecution comes before you today to present evidence for Article 4, establishing that Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte committed acts that betrayed the public trust, committed culpable violation of the Constitution, committed high crimes, in publicly admitting through a live broadcast that she contracted someone to assassinate the President, the First Lady, and the former House Speaker. We acknowledge the burden of this trial on the senator judges as well as the Filipino people. But it is a duty that we must discharge together, lest the public come to believe that threatening public officials and fostering a culture of impunity are conduct that may be tolerated or condoned, especially coming from the second highest official of the land. Ang mga kilos at salita ng Vice Presidente ay hindi dapat ituring na simpleng krimen sa ilalim ng batas, kundi tuwirang paglabag sa saligang batas. Kaya ang paglilitis na ito ay mahalagang mekanismong itinakda upang tiyakin na ang kapangyarihan ay laging may kaakibat na pananagutan. Accountability must apply to all or none at all. At the heart of this impeachment proceeding lies a fundamental question para sa ating lahat. Can we continue to entrust one of the highest constitutional offices to a public official who, on multiple occasions, purposely and willfully and repeatedly resorted to threats of violence against the very institutions that she swore to uphold and protect? The evidence presented in this article are not just derived from testimonies and authenticated documents, but from the Vice President's own words, own conduct, her very own public admissions. Her words were neither accidental.
Itchy brushes ruining your makeup? Dream of pro-level perfection. Real Techniques brush set with ultra-soft fibers blends flawlessly. Lazada exclusive sale, authentic guaranteed. Tap to master your look.
Patayin mo si BBM,
Your Honor.
si Lisa Marcos, si Martin Romualdez. No joke. No joke. What makes these threats especially sinister is that they do not come from an ordinary citizen, but from the Vice President herself, an official who, under the Constitution, stands to succeed the President of the Republic. Such statements carry a gravity far from the exercise of one's freedom of expression. They strike at the very heart of government. This is especially significant given that she has publicly declared her intention to run for president in the next election. What values do we expect from those who occupy the highest office in the land? Delicadeza, palabra de honor, integrity, and loyalty to your oath of office. These are not outdated ideals. They are the foundations of honorable public office. Maraming salamat po, Your Honors.
The remarks of the gentleman are duly noted. However, Chair would like to inform and instruct the Senator Judges that the statement and manifestation made by the Honorable Defensor should not in any way be taken as evidentiary because it was merely a manifestation cum introduction of the fourth article of impeachment. Any evidence to be presented proving the fourth article of impeachment should be done through a witness under oath, duly subscribed and subjected to direct and cross-examination. Call your first witness,
Your
sir.
Honor, may I be allowed also to... Your Honor, we move to strike that opening statement. It's improper for trial. It is not evidentiary in nature. And it only provides conclusions of fact and law. Most of it is irrelevant. And fact of the matter is, the prosecution should present evidence and not manifest in this improper manner.
May I be recognized, Your Honor?
No need. Motion is denied. Let it remain in the records and as instructed by the Chair for the Senator Judges not to deem whatever statements were given by the Honorable Defensor as evidentiary in any way, shape, size, or form. Again, Counsel, call your first witness.
Your Honor, may I request permission to
Your Honor-
recognize counsel for the panel of prosecutors, Attorney Virgil Ligutan, to conduct the examination of our first witness.
Your Honor,
he will
may
be
I-
under the direct
Counsel
suspension and control
correspondent, what is your pleasure?
of
Your
the
Honor,
panel
may
of
I
prosecutors.
register my continuing objection to the opening statement by the prosecution.
Well, I don't think he'll do it again, but nevertheless, so noted.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you. Your Honor, may I request that Attorney Virgil Ligutan be recognized to conduct the examination of our first witness.
Counsel for prosecutors, Attorney Virgil Likutan, so that we can have the records clear. Did I pronounce your name correctly, sir?
Your Honors, magandang hapon. My full name is Attorney Amando Virgil Discartin Ligutan, Your Honor, please.
And you've entered your appearance yesterday.
Yes,
Counsel?
Your Honor. Duly entered my appearance as one of the counsel for the prosecution.
You may proceed, sir. Call your first witness.
Thank you so much. Mga kababayan, we call to the witness stand the first witness for the prosecution in the person of NBI Senior Agents John Mark Santa Ana Calilong.
Kindly bring the witness to the witness stand. Please remain standing. Clerk of Court is instructed to kindly administer the oath to the witness.
Please raise your right hand. You, John Mark Calilong,
I, John Mark Calilong,
do swear
who swear
that the evidence you shall give
that evidence that I give
in the case now pending
is in the case now pending
between the Philippines
in the Philippines
and Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte
and Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the
So
truth.
help me God.
So help me God.
Your witness, counsel.
Thank you so much, Your Honors. Your Honors, mga kababayan, the testimony of the first witness for the prosecution, NBI Senior Agent John Mark Santa Ana Calilong, is offered to prove the following. Number one, si Agent John Mark Calilong ay isang senior agent of the National Bureau of Investigation. Number two, he is well-trained and experienced in the field of digital forensic examination, having undergone extensive training in the field, making him competent in identifying, preserving, collecting, and authenticating digital evidence. Pangatlo, si Agent Calilong ay bahagi ng NBI Cybercrime Division Team na inatasang mag-imbestiga sa mga pahayag at pagbabanta ng Vice Presidente laban sa Pangulo ng Pilipinas, unang ginang at dating Speaker ng House of Representatives sa isang online media briefing noong Nobyembre 23, taong 2024, pang-apat. Partikular na sinabi sa publiko ng Vice Presidente na may kinontrata na siyang tao na papatay sa Pangulo, unang ginang at former Speaker ng House of Representatives. At ito ay nakatatak na sa kasaysayan ng ating bansa bilang unang pagkakataon na ang isang Vice Presidente ay nakipagkontrata sa isang mamamatay tao upang patayin no less than the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Panglima.
Your Honor, may I object. Is this a speech or an offer?
Your Honor, please, with all due respect to counsel,
For the prosecutor may proceed.
it should not be a
May I register my continuing
There is
objection?
no proper ground. This is offer of testimony. Please hold your horses. Number 5, the public statements and threats of the Vice President were publicly live streamed and captured on video. Number 6, Agent Calilong is a designated agent on case for the investigation. Number 7, as agents on case, Agent Calilong personally conducted and participated in the cybercrime and open source investigation relating to the subject video and related digital recordings. Pangwalo, sa takbo ng open source investigation na pag-alaman ng NBI na ang Vice Presidente ay nagpahayag din na minsan naisip niyang pugutan ng ulo ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Number 9, in the course of the investigation, Agent Kalilong duly identified, preserved, collected, and authenticated the subject video and other related digital recordings. And number 10, the last offer of testimony, Your Honors, Agent Kalilong will testify on such other matters as may be relevant, material, incidental to the issues involved in this impeachment proceeding, and will identify relevant and material, documentary, and object pieces of evidence. That is the offer of testimony of our first witness, Your Honor, please.
Presiding officer will now hear the objection and or comments, if any, of the counsel for respondent to the offer
Prior to
made by counsel for the prosecution.
Your Honor, may we move for the exclusion of Agent Kalilong for being not previously attached to the Saballa and Cabrera complaints, as well as exclusion on the ground that he was not included in the articles of impeachment transmitted to the Senate Impeachment Court.
Can I respond to that, Your Honor, please?
Counsel for prosecutor may do so.
Mga kababayan, in this stage of the proceedings, the prosecution is about to present a witness, and the defense is invoking the fact that this witness is not listed as one of the witnesses in the Saballa complaint. The Saballa complaint already lived its natural life. Your Honor, this is the impeachment proceeding of the articles of impeachment filed by the House of Representatives. Saballa et al. Is done. That should not be a proper objection, Your Honor, please. As to the number 2, I think the good counsel mentioned that it is not part, this witness is not part of the articles of impeachment. Your Honor, please, I have been practicing for quite some time. I don't see that.
Your Honor, may I allow to reply also?
Can I finish? It's not a ground. And in fact, Your Honor, please, to settle the matter, this witness is listed in the pre-trial order. The issue is settled. The issue is passé. No ground for objection. Let me proceed, Your Honor.
Of course not, Your Honor. There were no rulings.
Counsel for respondent is recognized
Thank you,
for
Your
a final rebuttal on this issue before the chair will issue a ruling.
Your Honor, there were no rulings on the pretrial order on exclusion of witnesses. We have a current petition with the Supreme Court questioning the very actions of the prosecution to allow the presentation of evidence that were not attached to the Saballa or Cabrera impeachment complaints would allow the House of Representatives and the prosecution to circumvent the very procedural abuse condemned in Stonehill versus Jokno and allow the violation of the respondent's constitutional rights as held in Duterte in the House of versus the House of Representatives. Your Honor, the prosecution says the Saballa complaints have lived their and they died their natural deaths. However, Your Honor, this precisely does not cure what the prosecution did. This does not cure the violation of the rights of my client.
If I may, Your Honor, please.
The chair will make its ruling. The motion to exclude by the counsel for respondent is hereby denied. Chair cites Enrile versus Sandigan Bayan, which states that the prosecutors may add or rely on evidence during pre-trial, even if the evidence is not stated in the complaint or articles, because only a summary is required to be stated in the articles of impeachment, in this case, and or complaint, and not a complete list of the prosecution's evidence and or witnesses. The court in general will not shackle the prosecution by limiting it to the evidence mentioned in the information and or the articles, especially when it is mentioned in the pre-trial brief, not only order but brief, of the counsel for prosecutors. But in relation to this witness, even if you will do cross, you can register your continuing objection, counsel for respondent.
We are registering it, Your Honor, please.
So noted. Counsel for the prosecution may proceed.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. John Mark Kalilong.
Your Honor, may I register my objections to the purposes?
Your Honor, please, I think the purposes must be specified. What are your objections? On what
Your Honor.
grounds?
May I be
You may
allowed?
comment on the offer of the testimony of this witness for the record.
Your Honor, for the purpose number 3, this is a conclusion of fact and law. For the fourth purpose, it is also a conclusion of fact and law. And the 8th purpose, it is a conclusion
Mr.
of fact
President,
and law.
Mr. President,
Counsel for
Mr. President.
respondent, before we, yes,
No,
Senator Judge Cayetano.
Yeah.
Pia.
I would just like the defense, when you say item number 3, can you repeat what it is? Because I'm trying to follow exactly what your objection is. So either you say it or he repeats it so we can follow.
I was about to do that actually.
Thank you.
Item number 3 in the offer of this witness is that the NBI agent being presented is part of its cybercrime unit that investigated this this matter. That's what you're referring to as a conclusion of law, counsel?
Sorry,
Perhaps number 4.
Number 4, Your Honor.
Yes, not number 3. So number 4 and what else?
Number 8, Your Honor.
Number 8 on other threats other than the video mentioned in the press briefing, yes?
Yes, Your Honor. Correct, Your
Would
Honor.
that be all?
Yes, Your Honor.
We will
So
not
we know
reply. We will not reply to that, Your Honor, please.
Yes, please.
May I continue, Your Honor, please?
You may continue to present
Mark.
your first witness, counsel.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kalilong. Reminder, nakikinig yung taong bayan, pakilakasan ng boses, okay?
Apo.
Okay. Mr. Witness, maaari bang sabihin mo ano yung pangalan, edad, at other personal circumstances?
I am Senior Agent John Mark Kalilong, a Filipino citizen, 31 years old, with office address at NBI PhilInvest Cyber Zone Bay City, Macapagal Boulevard, Pasay City, sir.
And Mr. Witness, reminder, you may answer in Filipino or Tagalog or Filipino or English, okay?
Yes.
Mr. Witness, what is your occupation, if any?
Currently, nasa National Bureau of Investigation po ako. I'm an agent since 2021 and was recently assigned at Cyber Investigation and Assessment Center in April 2026.
Okay, you said that you have been an agent of the NBI since 2021, pero you were recently assigned to the Cybercrime Investigation and Assessment Center of the NBI. Now, ano ba yung position mo before you were assigned to the Cybercrime Investigation and Assessment Center, kung meron man?
In 2022, I was assigned at Digital Forensic Laboratory Division and in 2024 in Cybercrime Division, sir.
Okay, now, you said that you were assigned to the Digital Forensics Laboratory Division in 2022. Now, yung tanong, ano ba yung mga naging